For today's job, I've had to call in the professionals.
Right.
This is my dad, or John, as he's also known. He's a carpenter with over 50 years experience building luxury yachts. And today, he's here to help me build the best roof lining any van could ask for. What a legend.
That hatch is in the middle, is it?
Yeah. Huge thank you to today's sponsor, Timberley, for supplying all the timber that's going to be used in today's project. But I'll explain more about Timberley in a bit. So just in case people didn't know, Dad's a carpenter, he wears it on his shirt just so
That's the make. Right. That's the
He's
make.
got a stupid spirit level for an earring, that.
That's the make.
Take it down, what, both sides?
Yep.
You know this is like property, right? Yeah.
Got it? Right, well that's not too bad of a arc, is it?
I see what you mean though, that's a lot of pressure that that's going to be on that.
Yeah, this is why we have to make sure this is fixed properly.
Yeah.
Because that's pulling that down.
Yeah. Because that's where most of the pressure is going to be, that's pretty level there.
Basically, only have to screw it there.
Yeah.
You see?
And the rest would be held
And the rest
in.
is held on.
Just notice, what's your t-shirt say on the back? My people skills are just fine. It's my tolerance to idiots who think they know how to do my job that need work. You've always been a people person, Dad.
I have.
So now I always say that I'm vertically challenged. Well, I've had to put a tyre down so that Dad can get out because he's got really little legs.
And bad knees. I've got bad knees as well.
And bad knees as well, yeah.
You know, 50 years in the trade.
Yeah. You can see it. So according to Dad, it's all in the prep work. So we're literally going to plan out, get all the planks up of where they're going to go. We're scribing it that way, that way, that way, every single way. These will all be cut to shape, ready to go, numbered, and then we'll put the ply up and then these will get stuck up to that. So sounds simple, but it's all in the prep, yeah. Tell you what though, it is actually quite nice having somebody here doing all the heavy lifting for me for a change. Charlie, it's Grandad. Hello.
What have you done then?
Hello.
Just a lot of prep work.
A lot of prep work.
Look, Kate,
Oh, no.
how I have head wax. If it's not completely different, she thinks we haven't done anything.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, I'll say that one.
Dad, did you know that people thought that you've been building this van and I've just been filming myself cutting a few bits of wood?
I'm here for advice.
I thought you were going to say something about how good the handiwork is I've done.
Yeah, it's really good for somebody that doesn't really like carpentry, do you?
So in other words, what he's saying is that my work's not good enough for him to put his name on, pretty much. Okay, so it's another day, and I'm not going to lie, yesterday was a nightmare. So the situation just literally was, as soon as we tried to prop up anything, something else moved. And if it was me doing this on my own, I probably would have been like, yeah, that's fine. But, you know, being with a perfectionist, it has to be perfect. So we would screw up at a certain point and then the ply would drop down at another point. We're trying to get this batten up, and as soon as we would put it up, it would come away slightly in one section from the ceiling. So it took a lot of time, but I think we're past the worst of it, right? Are we past the worst of it?
Depends on how this goes.
Always the optimist. Yeah, so the hardest part is always the first slat you put in, apparently, and especially against that wall, because that's the scribed wall. And so from today, we're going to literally work from the max air fan that way, and then hopefully get the other side done as well. There you go. Ready?
Yeah.
Can you see it like that?
Mm-hmm. So because our middle falls on a gap, we have to have that correct. And then the same up this side. So I've put that right where that fixing is.
Yeah.
And I want to put it there. But we don't want this bowing down.
Okay.
We want this to be able to push that bow out.
Yeah.
Right? But it's better bowing down than it is up.
Yeah, because we can push up, but it's hard to pull down.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, we're going to leave that one where it is, and we're going to work off it.
I already feel like today's better than yesterday. Yeah, definitely. Like anything, when you build these vans, it's all the bits that you don't think about, like your sandpaper and your masking tape, that puts the price up. Dad's been working so hard on this, he's even had to bandage up his arm.
No, it's because I've got a bad shoulder, isn't it?
Because he's got a bad shoulder, but you know, a lot of lifting and stuff, so you know. Leave him some love in the comments, he needs it. Right, I'm going to stay where I am, and you're going to go that way.
I'm going to go to this edge.
Okay. Ready?
Alright, we good?
Yeah.
To the green. Set that one.
It's now day 3, and like anything, well, when you've got a perfectionist dad anyway, you can't rush anything. But it is starting to look amazing, and it's all about attention to detail. So we've literally got 5 more slats to put up. We've got to finish the ply just along the side here, and then I just need to stain it, put the lights off, and that should be it. It will get finished by the end of this video, 100%. Do you want to explain to me why you asked me to get an iron out?
Right, well, sometimes in the word there's little divots where someone's impacted it. See the blemishes? There.
Right.
Alright, and we don't want to be sanding it right out because we'll cause scallops.
Yeah.
So what we do, drop some water into the divots. Now this ain't going to interfere with the glue that we're using either, because it works with water. So
right.
Right, so when that iron's hot enough,
It is hot. It's good to go.
like so, over the blemish, over there like that, and then we're going to get is the iron ready.
Yep.
We don't need
Cordless
we
as
don't
well.
yeah we don't need steam from the iron.
Right.
We just need to keep that going as long as possible. Get in the middle of the iron because it's hotter. That one's gone. Just that one there and there.
That beeps when it needs to be put back on.
Alright, okay. This one, we still got that little stain there, so that's water still in it.
Yeah.
You got to be kind of cheeky with it and just keep it on there, you know. Show me where that was.
Oh, I can't see it now, it's gone. Brilliant.
How clever is that?
How clever are you?
Well, it's not my idea. A cabinet maker showed me that idea many, many years ago.
You mean you've got friends?
I didn't say he was my friend. I said he was a cabinet maker and he showed me.
Now you might think, you know, what's the point in just like ironing out every little divot in the wood? But the problem is, as soon as there's any form of stain on these slats, then it will stand out like a sore thumb. And the stain that I'm going to be using, I've done a little test piece. It's going to be sort of this colour. So if that had a ding in it, it would look shocking. Now, I've actually invested in a multi-tool because, well, I mean,
You need one.
I need one. And like the other week when I was cutting the holes out for the plug sockets, it would have been a lot easier if I just had this then. But there's nothing better than buying a tool that you need right at the end of the build. Excellent. I thought I'd get us yellow and black ear defenders because, you know, everything's yellow and black. Like,
And we can't see yellow and black.
yeah, why is it, right, that everything's the same colour, and then when you work in chaos, like we are, you can never find anything? What do you think? Huh?
Huh? Obviously it's not going to fit yet.
No. I just wanted to make sure we didn't come over any of
There
the
are.
edges.
Right, well, so what we look for a middle. Keep it there, keep it there.
Bang on,
Bang on, I would
pretty
say.
much. Because it's that line which was our middle.
Right, so what we'll do is we'll measure that and that.
Yeah. Make sure it's the same. And that there is pretty much
Where
bang
our
on.
middle was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going in the unit, that bit, so that's why it's a different colour. And
Right, so that way up?
yeah, it don't matter as long as your finger's not in it.
Alright.
That's the wide angle, so we'll pick it up. It's like carnage in here. Are you giving me another one of these?
No, that's the part kit of that other one you nicked for 20 odd years. Which I couldn't find. They're Marpos.
Back in the bag.
Marpos.
Now the ceiling is finally ready. And before I show you the finished product, I just want to say a huge thank you to Timberley. I got so fed up of trying to find the right type of wood that I needed for this project. And that's when Timberley reached out to me and offered to supply all of the wood. And I'll be honest, I'm so glad they did, because one thing that I didn't want to do was go to B&Q and get the slats for the ceiling, because every single plank that I looked at was warped. And it would have made installing this a lot more difficult than what it already was. And Timberley literally said to me, Sean, what do you need? We can get it cut to size, cut to order of whatever you want, and we'll get it shipped out to you. So they shipped it out to me about 2 months ago. but I wasn't ready to do the ceiling. And then there was the breakdown with the engine, so I haven't had the van for 6 weeks. So it put this job right back at least 6 weeks. If you are looking to go to a proper timber yard and you're after any recommendations, I would highly recommend Timberley. I'll leave their website below. It's nice to help out new up and coming businesses. Okay, ready to see it? Now you may notice that I've changed my clothes, and that's because there's no way I was going to show you this van in the state that it was in. There was sawdust everywhere, it was a complete mess, and I figured I should probably reveal the final product with the man that made it happen, my dad. In you get.
Alright.
Can you manage the step?
Yeah, where's the tyre?
Oh, hang on, I've wired up a light switch as well, so we have lights. It was Dad's idea to change the lights from those horrible touch lights I had in there and put these black surround ones in, and I think they're a lot more sort of in keeping with what we've gone for with the ceiling.
Yeah, well, you got the black rim in you, which looks better with the black. It does look nice, Sean. It's really nice.
The grains come out really well,
It does, yeah. It does with stain.
So you're probably thinking, hang on, you've not gone all the way to the end. And the reason why we haven't is because there is going to be a unit here that comes down and goes underneath where these wires are here. So all that will be cased in, and it just means that we can actually build the unit straight to the side of the slats. So you won't see any of these wires or anything, and the same with my makeshift switch that I've put in here. Like, you won't see any of this. This will actually be underneath the cabinet, so you'll be able to turn the lights on from the inside. Thing is, I actually had a bit of a boo-boo with it. If you're going to stain anything, you're supposed to do one slat in one fell swoop, and what I did, which was what I shouldn't have done, is I actually got up on the bed and did that side first, and then I did this side, and it actually meant that there was like an overlap up here of where the stain had overlapped, essentially. So I had to painstakingly restain the bits that were lighter, just so that it all blended in. And it could probably still do with another coat, but I wanted to let it dry just to see how dark it was going to be.
Got like a whiter patch there, look, haven't you? Just there.
Yeah.
So that could just do with a little whoosh on that, I reckon. But yeah, well rescued, I think, to what it was first.
There you go, Dad. Thanks for your hard work.
Cheers. It's worth it though, wasn't it?
Thanks to Timberley for supplying the wood again. We couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, beautiful stuff.
And thank you, Dad. There's no way I would have even probably attempted this or had it come out as good as it has without your help. So,
wow.
Cheers, Daddy-o.
It's worth it. It looks really nice.
Thank you to everyone that's bought me a beer through the link in the description. I really appreciate it. But this week, I'd rather you did something else. This week I've decided to raise money for a charity called Teen Cancer Trust. And I'm doing it for a friend, and she set up a Just Giving page, which I will link in the pinned comments. And the goal is to raise £500. And the minimum that you can donate is £2. So even if 250 of you donate £2, then we will hit that target. As much as I enjoy people buying me a beer every week, it did really help with getting the van sorted. But every now and then I'd like to take that energy and this influence that I have and actually do some good with it and raise some money for some charities. You can do just a one-off payment, anything from £2 as high as you want, but I mean, you know, your generosity, anything that you can give will be fantastic. I guess now that I'm a dad, these are the sort of things that you sort of start to think about. Everything stops being just about you, and I feel like the Teen Cancer Trust is probably a good place to start. I will announce how much money we've raised in a future video. It won't be the next one because I am a few videos ahead, and by the time you see this, you know, there would be a few videos ahead of this one. But yeah, on that note, I'll see you in the next video. I think next week I'm gonna just use the van. Feel like I've worked hard enough. It's time to get out and do a stealth camp. And I'll see you then. Cheers!